Today I want to teach you some things to help give yourself some relief, especially if you have a rotator cuff tendon tear. And specifically today we're going to be talking about the supraspinatus, the one at the top that helps do this, that helps initiate that arm movement to the side. So what I want to do is really dive in today and teach you some simple things that you can do right now at home. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bradbury, Family Corrective Chiropractor, and here we are at One Life Family Chiropractic. We're in Georgetown, Ontario, and today I want to share with you some simple ideas. If you've suffered from a rotator cuff tear, I want to say that, there is hope for you. Guess what? Your body's on the job. It's working to try to heal, and you have lots of great supporting musculature in there. And I'm going to teach you some things that you can do right now for yourself, some things to keep in mind, and remember that there's always a workaround. And the really neat thing is, if you help maintain strength in the opposite limb, guess what? You're going to help maintain strength in this limb. Whether you're a busy parent, whether you're trying to go to the gym, whether you're trying to carry your groceries, carry your kids, whatever it may be, I understand, I get you. You want to keep up with life. So if you help and you maintain some strength, and let's say this arm is the injured side, and you work to maintain strength in this side, it's going to help maintain gains in this side. So keep in mind, you staying moving is key. Even if you're working the opposite side in the gym, you still have 3 other limbs to work on and go from there. So the first thing I want you to remember is that your body, well, guess what? Your posture is going to be really important. So first of all, if you've been standing a lot, make sure, let's stand up right now and watch this video up here. Remember, your nerve system's controlling the whole show. As a corrective chiropractor, of course, I care a lot about your posture, but also the proper structure and function of your nervous system and your spine. So this curve is vitally important, but also movement of your neck. All these nerves are going to your muscles, organs, helping you heal. You want to make sure your spine moves properly, but also the nerves communicate efficiently. And the way to do that, well, is to test to know if you are shifted and stuck and there's nerve irritation. And some of these things you're going to feel, but guess what? Some of these things you're going to have no idea about. That's why it's so important to get tested to make sure all these nerves communicate at their best so you can heal at your best. So consider, first of all, your posture, your neck, your shoulder, it's all connected. Now, the first thing I want you to consider is actually putting a plan of action together. But in the beginning, remember, in those first 0 to 5, 0 to 7 days, it's like a new scab, right? So there's, clotting, everything going in there, your body's trying to lay down new tissue. So those first 0 to 5 days are really key in just ideally focusing on moving the non-injured side, moving your body, going walking, but limiting, well, guess what? I wouldn't load it with weights. I would not necessarily aggressively stretch it. I would let that new tissue lay down so you can start the healing process. That's key in that first week. As you start to progress, there's going to be some simple things that you can do. Now, number one, and this is understanding that you have to start small, start with the idea that less is more. Put together a little routine. If it's the left side, I would just start literally on some basic movement, just like this. You can do shoulder circles one way, and then you can do shoulder circles the other way. But just focus on blood flow in, groceries in, garbage out. You can do 20 one way, 20 the other way. Now I would do that multiple times throughout the day. The second thing you're going to want to do is loosen up the supporting structures as you get moving a little more. And what I like to do is just grab this like this. So you'll see the lacrosse ball. I'm going to work on my pec. You may find all those muscles really tight trying to protect you. So first of all, start with your breathing. Bring your arm up a little bit, move. You may find yourself really tender, okay? And then for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you on this side. But between your shoulder blade and your spine, you're going to lean up on the injured side and just work up and down. You may find some of those areas are really knotted and stiff. Focus on your breathing. And a couple times a day, you can create yourself a little routine so that you have some habits to get yourself back to full function. So I want to get you on the wall just like this and start moving some more. And what you're going to do is just focus on that pain-free range of motion. If you can get up to here, great. If you can go all the way up, well, even better. But by now, you're out of those first couple weeks and you're focusing on moving. And what you're doing is doing the wall angel, just like this. And if you notice yourself, let's say just a little bit uncomfortable there, just push it a little bit more and back down. But remember, groceries in and garbage out. Now, this whole time, as I mentioned before, you're still working on the non-injured side and your legs to help maintain some strength gains, your movement routine, your mindset and your conditioning. Now, another really great one is just focus on maintaining that rotator cuff and all the supporting muscles that help control your shoulder blade. So what you're going to do is just down like this, but you're going to let your shoulders retract, protract, and this I would work in the rep range of 10 to 15 for at least 2 sets. So you'll see you have some simple movements to begin with: the arm hang, the pendulum swing, the lacrosse ball to help loosen up the tissues in the first couple weeks, focusing on walking, moving, and finally you're going to do some wall angels and some serratus push-ups to help improve the control of your rotator cuff. Now these are the very beginning phases, just getting you moving. And remember, focus on what you can do because it can be really demotivating in the beginning. So focus on the simple things, especially if you have a rotator cuff tendon tear, particularly that supraspinatus, that one at the top that helps initiate that arm movement to the sides. There's some really key things you're going to want to consider. It's the simple things to start with, and remembering that at the end of the day, who's going to do the healing? You, right? You got to lay down the new tissue, get rid of the old tissue, and those first initial few weeks are really key. So some things to consider. I loved having you today. Remember, it's all between the ears in terms of keeping yourself going strong. So focus on the things that you can do. And if you enjoyed today, remember, subscribe, like, send this out. My mission is big in terms of helping people understand their health more, in terms of nervous system health, but also more function for more health. And I cannot do it alone. So if you enjoyed this, send it to somebody that you think may benefit as well. Loved having you. And remember that you're far stronger, more resilient, and resourceful than, hey, you may be led to believe.
Thanks for watching Dr. Matt's self-help videos. See you in the next video.